everyone, we're back at it again. I'm running, well, I was going to be running this for just a little bit for Eric, but just like everything that's normal, forgot to land roll some corn on corn ground before Dad, he got to the field literally 10 minutes ago. I was like, this ain't land rolled. I'm gonna wait for Eric to get here. Grandma's gonna pick us up. He's gonna go roll. I gotta fill in a washout for the digger operators. And this is filling up. So that is the game plan here. I gotta add a little bit more. And that is the start of the morning. Does that look like 41 gallons to you? Looks like 41 gallons to me. So just like everything, plans change on the farm. We got to keep the corn planter going. That's #1 priority. Like Eric said, I'll just go roll it, shut down the spraying. I can spray so much in a day, it don't matter. So planter and digger is priority, that's for sure. I'm thinking that field might be gonna be beets over there. The neighbor's spraying something, and it's a pre he's putting down before the digger. It's probably gonna be a beet field, and that stuff don't smell good. I'm going in the truck. I was really looking forward to this. I was even gonna have the drone ready for you. I know how you like to show off to the people in the sky.
Hello!
This is a long line of unfortunate events again.
Does this camera make me look skinnier? It's the new one.
I don't know, comment below, does he look skinnier?
Turn the flash off.
Well, I'm back. I promised myself that I was going to bring you guys along more than I did last year. Last year I was kind of, you know, with the bad weather and all that miserable stuff that I went through, I just said, nope, we're gonna go farming, and that's what we're gonna do. No messing around, no tomfoolery. I remember apologizing to you, and now I'm almost to that point again of having to apologize, but so I brought you along. I hate to tell you, but we're almost half done already with corn. And, well, we are half done, I guess. I just looked. Yes, we are half done, and I've been slacking. So here we are, talking together. Otherwise, I'm mumbling. And I was going to show you some of these washouts, which is hard for you guys to see, but you'll see me bouncing around in here. And that's from the way that the snow melt occurred this year. I don't know if Chet has told you guys, but we had, because of the neighbor, he takes care of all of the snowfall and the rainfall statistics for the local area. He come up with 80 inches, with a little over 8 inches of rain or precipitation in that 80 inches. 80 inches of snow. And then, to top it all off, well, I shouldn't skip ahead like that. We'll set it up like this. So we got all that nice snowfall, and everybody was thinking, boy, we're dry. It's bad. We got to have some rain this year. Well, we were set up really good with that snowfall. It insulated the ground, and I think this is everybody kind of got stuck with their pants down on this here deal. Can I say that? So this snow melt this spring, it happened pretty much in, I would say, 3 days. So we went into the fall very dry, had 80 inches of snow, and very little frost. So as the snow melted, we were hoping we were going to have a slow melt, because then that would have soaked in because of the maybe a foot and a half of frost. And well, that didn't happen. We melted all that snow in 3 days because it got to be 75 and 80 degrees. Believe you me, I took a trip one day with a semi to drop off a trailer down to Sioux Falls. Got down there, no snow, 85 degrees. I left up here, it was like 45. Got back here that night, we had lost half of our snowfall. It was gone. And the following day, the rest of it left, which caused a lot of flooding, a lot of township roads were damaged again. And now I gotta answer my brother.
Good morning, guys. We're out planting beans again, and it's kind of a little bit tacky out here in spots, but it's not too bad. But yeah, I can't see the marker line, and I'm using the auto path from planting data from last year, and that is working so slick. I really like that feature. As long as Dougal didn't hit anything last year with the corn planter. So, see how it goes. Seems to be working. Tile inlet. Oh, that works so perfect. That works so good. Now I'd probably chop the flag up. I'm sure of it. Oh, it's still standing back there. I've only wrecked about, I think I've wrecked 4 this year, 4 or 5. The row cleaners just like to grab them and shred them. Nothing you can do about it.
Okay, I got that taken care of. I gotta interrupt this local meteorology report and show you a planter doing what a planter can do. She's flexing. I've seen that before, many times. Nothing new for me, but okay, back to the snowfall. So all our snow melted in those few days, which then all of the snow or all the moisture then ran off into the rivers and lakes, which is good. But now we are dry. We're actually very dry, and we need rain, as I believe most of the United States does, other than a few spots, I imagine. But so that's the report on the results of a 3-day melt with 80 inches of snow being melted. Now don't be telling me now and saying that you couldn't melt 80 inches of snow. As winter goes, the snow gets compacted, and the 80 inches actually was about 1.5 to 2 feet solid thick. And now, so I'll be back.
Would you take a look at this excuse of a setup? So I put the Kodiak on the seed tender just for easeability for hired men to drive around, and that's kind of what I bought the truck for. Well, now we have this gooseneck trailer and a 3500 gas or GMC pickup with a 350 in it that, let's just say that. You gotta load the skid over the wheels, which you probably should do anyways. And then you get to drive in 4 low down the road at 30 miles an hour. But going slow, whoa, she's jerky and low. Going slow is better than not going at all, I suppose, until something breaks on it and it don't go at all anymore and we put in the 4th transmission. She like does a wheelie when you get on her. It's all the power. The Chevrolet. Is that the same thing? I don't know. It says Chevrolet right here. So what I find so strange about is we used to haul a lot of hogs with a 5th wheel gooseneck with this pickup. Haul like, I think it was 30 of them. 30 times 250, 260, that's roughly 8,000 pounds. I think the skid loader's 10,000 or something like that. Trailer should weigh the same, but it does not like it. But she is also a 1991, so she's maybe seen better days. Body's clean though. Well, we made it. That's good. So I'm here not really for rock picking on this field, but to close up a washout that developed not this spring, but last spring. We just had to farm on both sides of the washout because there was actually water still running through it. But we don't want to farm on each side this year. Obviously, you never want to, but that's what we got to do. All right, so here's what we got going on. Eric's dad burnt this off. I didn't even know what happened. I was out here field scouting and I'm like, Eric, someone burned your CRP. But it was time in the contract that it needed to be burnt off or clipped, and well, who doesn't like a good fire? So this is what I'm talking about. It ain't as bad as I remembered it being when I drove by with the side-by-side, but I'm gonna close this up. Not closing the ditch up, but this really sharp bottom so that we can go through here and the diggers and everything don't bounce and get wrecked. So it's maybe 100 yards or so that I have to just push just a little dirt in the bottom and then on to the next job. Well, and just like that, job completed. Diggers will level off the rest rest of it and what I just did there, they are actually dispatched to this field right now. Should be good, fit, and ready. Get some soybeans in for Eric. This is one of his farms, so. All right, Eric, I think I did my top-notch work just for you, buddy. Hola, señorita.
Hello.
Where's Steve?
Probably still sitting in line. Haven't heard from him.
He's been there since what time?
A long time ago.
Like 9 this morning and it's noon?
Yeah.
Did you see Randy's
oh my God,
text?
No, I see the truck sitting right at home here.
Oh, his pickup's gone. What the heck? I don't know. It's kind of concerning that they're going to dynamite the
Yeah,
fertilizer.
After welding on it this morning, I can't imagine trying to blow it up.
Could be the end of the fertilizer plant, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, so I just talked to Eric. So what's going on at the fertilizer plant? So we get dry fertilizer to spread on the field before the diggers, and the line has just been killing everyone this spring. Like, just everyone sitting in line, including their own trucks, the wholesalers, and I guess the urea is so bridged up in the building that they are actually seriously gonna try and, I don't know, or try to make small explosions to, I don't know. That's what I heard. So what's going on is it's bridging up, and then when their payloaders scoop into it inside this building, it's so high, it's like 60 feet high. These big chunks are falling down onto the payloaders, and they busted one windshield out, and the other payloader got damaged somehow. That's what they were telling me when I was there getting liquid. It's exciting, scary too, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not complaining, just crazy, it's scary. How's things going, Brody?
Good.
I was telling them you did good, but you're not satisfied, huh?
Not on that one.
Do you think we can get this all on 6,000 pounds? Should we try? I'm really hoping the big Kodiak gets out, but we're empty. You should be good. So that's good, and I think this is the end of this bean variety, so we'll be switching, so the plant is completely empty. We're gonna go to an earlier day bean, and I'm gonna have to go to town, get another
Fill your dad.
I gotta fill him first, and then,
You got a busy afternoon.
yeah,
I need soybean too.
yeah, it's gonna be another hectic one, Brody. Keeping up with you too.
Gotta go plant.
He just screams, I gotta go planting, bye! So far loving the Kodiak. It needs a bigger fuel tank though. 3/4 of a tank. We filled it before I went and got the last load of seed, which is about 30 miles away. And then just running, tendering around the countryside. I use about 3/4 of a tank per Seed Runner 5000 full of soybeans. It holds like 30 gallons. I'm sure it's comparable or probably better than what a semi gets for miles per gallon, but it just needs a bigger tank and a gas cap that don't take a key. I gotta go order some of them. Remind me, please. All right, I just got another load of beans, a couple different varieties. We're going to a field that needs, the whole thing needs soy green, so we're also putting a more defensive bean on for that. So I just got a half a load of that, and then a variety that Eric's gonna be planting, which is also a lot of the rest of the beans we have are gonna be. Back to the farm we go to offload a planter, I believe, because I do not want to put that other variety on the field that needs soy green, because I don't want trouble. All right, I got more fuel for our big forklift, Brody. He planted,
More pizza.
he planted his whole field by the time I filled Dad, and got seed for you again.
Got you something.
Oh, my new plier. Overpriced Nipex plier.
No, I liked it.
Is it worth the $80?
It's 40.
40. You talked the guy down.
Yeah.
We are into offloading the 1.7s. We're going to 1.2s. Yeah, so we did the other side. Not exactly like this. It was much worse, actually. This worked pretty good to back in. We're putting it into a corn box, empty corn box for the time being. Are you ready to go?
I'm going.
I'm having flashbacks to last year with the field conditions and having to switch to black beans all the time. All right, we got that done. Stuff don't taste very good, does it?
You're tasting it?
It is going to be coming out of the top.
Say that it's going so slow.
I'm filling her up. I've got both inductors loaded here with 6 bags, 60 acres worth of product. Are you ready on your end to receive?
Did you open the valve?
Yes.
Receive.
All right. Let's do this. I don't like that stuff. So dusty. 6 bags, a lot of product to put in. Half full. All right, we got them filled up. Actually, looks like some's bubbling out the top. We should be good. He should be good to go plant now, hopefully. Whoa, not that there was ever an issue. We just had to switch varieties. You should have designed this better.
Well, it's designed for the water to come out of the hose.
We've overfilled it, never blew the hose out. Not that that's working right now either. I don't know, we don't have time to worry about such small, minute issues. You like that word, minute? Is that a word? That's something that Dougal does.
Okay, well.
Says.
Call you in about an hour and 20 minutes.
That's all I got, huh?
You don't have very much.
Okay, I got all the phone calls. You know, I never ever understood how in the world your phone cannot ring for, I don't know, let's say an hour. But by golly, that first time it rings and you answer it, you will be answering that phone 2 or 3 more times, and people will be calling on top of each other, and then you don't answer, so then they text you, then you're trying. Yeah, I just don't understand why that has to be. But and now I can't even remember where I was with this here snow melt and all that, but it had something to do with the 80 inches being compacted down into 2 feet, which I think because of the ground not being froze, it maybe actually, or froze as hard, that compaction maybe also was helped because the ground was warmer. But I do know we did have frost, so that theory maybe. Whoa. Oh, see? Talking to you guys, can't. Got to lower the planter. Lowering, auto steering on. I'm gonna dust my monitor now. Believe you me, I've learned the hard way. Do not get down. Oh. Do not get down into your buttons there, because you will, well, you know, these things like to attract a lot of dust. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What kind of freak carries a dust thing or dinger along with them, but works great on the windows as long as you do them at night before you get a dew on the window. If you don't get your tractor in the shed at night, always wipe your windows down in the evening. That way it wipes off nice and quick instead of that moisture getting on it, and then you gotta wash them. And I think I'm done with the snow. But for you guys that live where it does not freeze the ground solid, believe, snow for us up here is for the rivers and the lakes. Very seldom does the snow ever help us with ground moisture, because we are solid. You can't make moisture, you can't make the snow soak into the soil when your soil is frozen. I know that some of you are going to say you don't even need to tell people that. Now, I won't say zero, but very little snow helps us out up north. Once again, because the ground is froze, the water just runs off. In the springtime, the soil also is very soft, so when the snow is melting, it tends to erode very easily. And that's where you get a lot of washouts and gullies and erosion in the fields, is because of a fast snow melt, which then takes the ground, or takes the dirt with it as it runs off or runs into your low part of the field or road ditch, whatever. It's not a good thing to melt all that snow that quick. I'm gonna let you guys go back to Chet. I should just stop the tractor and visit with you guys instead of trying to do 2 things at once, because I can't even think. Can't think. If you guys haven't checked out my wife's YouTube channel, Amy Larson, go do that. She had a little thing the other day with me. She rode with and brought me pizza, and she was talking about when we were dating. So go check that out. out if you care. Otherwise, she's had a channel for quite a few years, but just hasn't done much with it. It's up to you. Check it out or don't check it out. I'm gone.
Well, I'm waiting on Chet to get here with the tender. I'm empty on soy green. I got such a little tank, can't do many acres, about 60 acres worth. I just love this sound. Sounds so nice. I could fall asleep to it, I think. I think he's got that thing in second gear backing up. He's doing pretty good. He's not in the ditch yet. Well, we're loaded. Thanks, Chet. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, we've moved up north. I'm spreading fertilizer on some of our heavy gumbo soil. It dried up pretty good from the rain that came through a couple nights ago. I think tomorrow this will definitely be ready to be dug, which is exciting because these fields are square, big, more efficient compared to all the lake shore property we got down and finally up north. Let's hope the weather holds because we can knock some acres out quick up here. This is nice. You know, another benefit of running that 4200 last fall, so we took it across our soybean stubble and our dry bean stubble. These fields are incredibly smooth, which kind of allows me to go a little faster, but I do like it, and it still did a decent job too, which this ground is tough. But 2 years ago we did the 5200, pretty much all of our soybean and so all of our soybean stubble. That 5200 was just too much. That's why we went to the 4200, slightly less aggressive. And coming back to the fields after Doug's planted them and I'm spraying pre-emerge, that 4200 sets them up really nice for the digger in the springtime. I am tempted to try one-handed operation here. I am tempted to try the 4200 as the spring tillage, secondary tillage, and see how that does instead of a digger. The only thing we've seen is in the past, the diggers really rip out any of the weeds that are starting to grow, and into summer, you know, into June and whatnot, you just have less grass, less weeds pop up as soon with the digger, which is nice. The vertical tillage doesn't quite flip enough dirt, doesn't quite shovel enough of the roots or enough of those seeds that have germinated, the weed seeds, to prevent that early summer weed infestation. Now, I'm not saying that behind a Salford is nothing but weeds in 2 weeks, but there's a difference. But I do think that 4200 can do a nice job for spring tillage on certain ground for sure. We got the rolling baskets on there, and it does leave it looking really nice, so I'd like to try it.
Brody's gonna keep planting a little bit. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, so we're trying to wrap up this last field of soybeans, or get closer, because we got a surprise for you tomorrow. We're gonna be planting with 2 high-speed planters, so make sure to check in the next video.
Well, it's 2 a.m. Brody just got back from planting. I just got done doing some land rolling. A little tired, but it was a good day. We'll try it again tomorrow.